Hello everyone, this is Ep46, and welcome to episode 46 of Ep46's Let's Play Create and Above and Beyond series, where today I want to show you what I changed between episodes. Minor alterations to the way the system worked made it pretty darn perfect, so I just want to comment on what I did. Effectively, the main thing I changed here was that I made it so that we get... let's see, the 1 is now 9 minus 8, like I said, and the 7 is 8 minus 1, right? So I basically, here's my number sequence that I'm going to lay out for you, and I'm going to show you how it worked. You can see my old one there, because I'm recording this episode right after the last one. But the new number sequence, for those of you who want to follow along, is 3 plus 3 equals 6, and that's using just 3's, right? 8 minus 8 equals 0. 8 minus 3 equals 5. Okay, so far, everything we're making is just 8s and 3's, right? Now, one generation after 8s and 3's is 5 minus 3 equals 2. Two generations after the bases is 8 divided by 2 equals 4, because we're using the 2 that we came up with in our first generation. So, like, call this generation 0, call this generation 1, and call this generation 2. Okay? Then we have 3 by 3 equals 9. That's a generation 0 again, because it's only using 3's. And then 9 minus 8 equals 1. That's a generation 1 again, because it's using a 9, which was made, and then 8, which is, you know, just straight out of the box, right? And the same here. This is generation 1 because it's using a 5, which is made, and a 3, which is from the smelter. And then another generation 2 is 8 minus 1 equals 7. Right? So we've got generation 0, 0, 0, generation 1, generation 2, generation 0, generation 1, generation 2. Effectively, this means that, you know, the 7s and the 4s are going to kind of be the ones that are going to be the most likely to run out because they take the longest to make, right? In order to make a 7, we need to make a 9, then we have to make a 1, then we have to make a 7, okay? Now, to make this more clear, is in order to make a 7, we need to make 2 9s, right? Because we need, well, we need to, yeah, right? Because we need to make a 9, or no, we have to make, yeah. Well, we use more 9s, right? Because in order to make a 7, or in order to make a, yeah, in order to make a 7, we have to use 2 9s, right? Kind of-ish, right? But you get that, what I mean. We use a 9 to make the 1, and then we use a 1 to make a 7, so we need another 1. So long story short, what I did is, I changed that 1, the way I get, what was it? 1s is 9 minus 8 is 1. And that kind of split the diff a little bit, so that we only have 2 generation 2s, rather than before, we had a generation, let's see, this would be generation 0, 1, generation 2, generation 3, generation 4. That's bad, right? It takes 4 generations to hit the number 7. So now we only have a max of 2 generations going on. So to improve it even further, I added, if you're paying attention here, there's 2 number 9s, and then there's 2 number 5s, right? Because 5 is one of the numbers that we need for generation 2, and 9 is one of the numbers that we need for generation 2. So by doing that, we're producing more 9s, we're producing more 5s, because we need those for the second generations, and as a result, everything's pretty stable. Look, I've got 32 of every number in here. How cool is that? And this thing's running, by the way. It's been running the entire time I've been talking, and beyond that, it's been running for like the last half hour. I've already set up the lever output here, and I set up an item hopper. I haven't actually made enough of this yet, but you can see we're kind of getting close. I want to say we're like halfway-ish there. But the whole time I've been talking and explaining how this is working, this system has been running, and it's keeping up. We're producing every number we need to produce fast enough to keep this thing running at this speed, which is pretty cool if you think about it, right? It doesn't take long. There's not a lot of downtime here. There really isn't a lot of downtime going on here. Cool? This guy is going to fill back up nice and quickly, and boom, he's ready to start emptying again. So there's really not much downtime, and you'll notice that we're always around 32 of every number. The only number that we get lowish on, believe it or not, is 3's. So what I did is I added another 3 crafter over here. And I don't understand why 3s get run out, because if I'm looking at the math, we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3s, right? And we're also using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 8s. So I don't really know why we're running out of 3s faster than we're running out of 8s. It doesn't make any sense to me. But we were, and I added another 3 crafter, and now we're okay. You know, but whatever. The point being that this thing is now, in my opinion, pretty close to perfect, I think. Could it be improved? Absolutely, right? We could scale it up. We could do more with it. But I'm not going to worry too much about it. What I'm going to do is just let it sit here and do its thing. So it's going to occasionally spit out some of the stuff. You can see it just spit out a little bit. And I tested the filtering to make sure. But you'll note that as soon as we melt the next batch of these, it's got some liquid logic numbers. And it's clearly not dumping them into the casting basin. And I tested it before the casting basin had the right kind of liquid in it, and it also didn't dump. So trust me that the filter is working correctly, okay? And then, you know, what should happen is we'll come back here in a few minutes, off camera, a few minutes, and what we should see is our first computational matrix crafted. But everything's running, in my opinion, pretty darn smoothly. These guys are all going nice and automated. These guys are all going nice and automated. We've got all the oak slabs we could ever want. Everything's a full assembly line. I want to say mission accomplished, in terms of this piece of it at least, but if you're paying attention to this chapter, there's actually 3 entry points that all converge onto the We Have Liftoff section. So besides computational matrices, which we're going to need to solve our trajectories, we're also going to need fuel. So for powering our rocket, we'll need some very potent fuel. Search some of the warmer biomes for a source of crude oil. You cannot miss it. I'm going to be looking into my map in a minute. In addition to that, we're going to have to do the upcycle bin quest. Rocketry equipment is built from light but robust material of matter plastics. Matter balls can be created in a matter condenser. First, insert a 1000 ME storage component into a matter condenser, set it to produce matter balls, and then supply it with the most abundant flow of items you can come up with. Don't throw your valuables in. The items are consumed in the process. So we basically have to make lots and lots of matter balls. And then from there, we're going to need to make matter plastics. So 9 matter balls will turn into a matter plastic, but we need to automate blaze cakes, feeding a blaze burner to make the superheated blaze guy. So we've avoided doing this thus far. It's not terrible, though. It's really just lava, which we have infinite of, and blaze cake based, which is, oh boy, do we need to farm eggs? Don't tell me I have to make eggs. It's going to be really annoying. Sugar from sugarcane, which we don't have automated yet, but we can automate. And cinder flour comes from crushing netherrack. And netherrack, can we get netherrack in some sneaky, clever way? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. That's the only way to get cinder flour. So, I mean, I could manually harvest netherrack, obviously, because it's, you know, more abundant than cobble, even. So that's not a big deal. But we'll want to figure something out there. But I mean, we don't need a ton of it, in fairness. But the blaze cake, the egg thing is going to be a little bit of an annoyance. The egg thing might be a little bit of an annoyance. We're going to have to figure out if there's, like, a clever and cool way to make eggs. Yeah. We'll have to figure it out. But anyway, from there, then we have to make our spacesuit. It looks like we need some plastics. We're going to have to make the electrolysis machine, the gas charge pad. And I'm assuming that these are just the different things we're going to need here. I'm assuming there's not a whole lot beyond this. There might be a few other things. So I think what I should start with is the part that's going to be... Oh, hello, friends. Good to see you again, he said, lying. There you go. Thanks, buddy. So anyway, let's hand that in real quick. Goodbye, friends. Cool. And then you junk can go away. Just fill up my inventory with junk. Thank you very much. So what we're going to do is start with matter balls today. Get them going. I'm assuming a cobble gen would be the best way to go about that. Right? Like, I don't see why we wouldn't do a cobble gen, right? Like a little igneous extruder action going on. So we just need a zinc machine and a piston. And a piston. Now, am I right to think that because you're a zinc tier machine, aka the kind that's not amazing, you're not going to be great at auto outputting to adjacent, right? I can't... Where do I have an igneous guy here? I have one there, but I can't give him an augment that will, like, auto output to adjacent, right? Because I think we even have one of those augments. Yeah. If I give you this, it's not going to do the thing, right? Yeah, no augmenting of that kind. I assumed not. I was pretty sure that wouldn't be the case. So we can just pipe it. What I'd be curious of is, can I speed these dudes up? So what if we got... What kind of augment do we have here? We don't have any of those? I could do a zinc machine and a redstone. Yeah, let me just do that to test. Can we speed up these machines with augments? That's kind of a really good question. I have no idea if reinforced integral components will work in this guy. But what I'm going to do to test it is I'm going to steal some cobble, and we're going to see how much faster it goes if I throw one of these in. It does go faster. It doesn't operate faster, but it produces more cobble per operation, which I'm cool with. I'm cool with that. Okay. That's neato. Now, what other augments are there? Because isn't there a increases process speed but reduces RF efficiency? You're just going to need a couple of these and a Constantan plate times 2. So do you work in those machines? That's another excellent question. You do not. Okay, well that's good to know at least. I mean, I can obviously use this in some other machine. Are there any other augments that would work in you? Flux efficiency. Well, it doesn't use flux, so, you know. Catalyst stuff. Okay. Auxiliary radiation. I think this is stuff usually around dynamos. Yeah. No, I think we're good. I think if we wanted to, we could go resonant tier, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. I guess we'll wind up seeing how many matter balls we need. That sound fair? All right, so to get this cooking, right, what we're going to want to do is have a drawer. Okay, we're going to want the matter balls maker. So that's going to be you. So you're going to be made in a matter condenser, which is an ME controller with a Fluix pearl. How am I for Fluix crystals? Not terrible. You can crush that up for me real quick. Okay. And then what else am I going to need for you? I'm going to need the 1K storage component. I would like to use the pure Certus if I can, friend. Thank you. So now you should have that going. You should be good to go. No, not you. You're done already. Nor you. You are going to be needed, though. So Fluix Pearl. And then one of these dudes. Do I have one of them already? I do. Good. So I don't have to make another one. It's a good thing I checked. These are... I wouldn't call expensive at this point for me, but no sense in wasting resources. Cool. All right. So now if we popped into our basement here, we should be able to set this up lickety-split. All I really need is a bucket of... Now, if I want just cobblestone, it's just water and lava, right? That's it? Adjacent to this dude? Yeah, water and lava. No biggie. We can go get some of that real easily. And we'll just put this in the basement here and let it start accumulating lots and lots of matter balls. That sound like a plan to anybody but me? Should be cool. Okay. Where do I want to put you? And then we're also going to want an extractor. Medium extraction is probably where I'm at. And probably more pipes, because I think I only have one left, and that's not ideal. How am I for brass plates? Let me get 16 of you, and that should wind up being a stack of brass pipes. I believe this to be true. Okay. So with that, we can make ourselves another bunch of U. Boom. Stack. As expected. Perfect. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we could just... we could put our drawer. Let me get my key in my offhand, because remember, if you place the drawer with your key in your offhand, it'll be locked by default. Boom. That's what we want. Then we're going to want our... I'm assuming you're also not going to want to extract properly. So let me get a regular extractor. I guess that's going to need a brass machine type. Yeah, I'm going to need to saw that up. But yeah, we're going to have to extract the cobble from the cobble gen, and then we're going to have to extract the matter pellets into the drawer. Is basically what I'm planning for here. And I'm thinking that that's going to be fast enough. And we'll just get it going. I don't know how many we're going to need. I don't know if we're going to need hundreds or thousands or millions of this stuff. I assume not that much, though. So, basically, I'm saying to you guys, I'm going to kind of wing this, which should be zero surprise to anyone. And we'll kind of go from there. Okay? Where can I put this guy? Remember, we're going to need you... If I put you here, that might not be great. That should be fine. And then we could extractor you. Okay. And then you need the 1K doohickey. And we don't want it in destroy items mode. We want to condense it into matter balls mode. Okay. And then you, Mr. Zinc Machine, can go like that with our buckets on either side. Perfect. All right, so now you should be... Oh, you're a Zinc Machine. Why are you a Zinc Machine exactly? Did I not make... I didn't make... Dire, please. Dire, please. I get so distracted with all the other components of it, I actually forgot to put you two together. There you go. Igneous extruder. Much better. There you go. Now you're making that. If I do this, you're going to make 3 at a time. Ow. Rude. Exceedingly rude. Okay. So that should be cool. And then I just need to give you a medium extraction because you're making a bunch at a time, so we want you to extract faster. Cool? And then you should be well on your way to making matter balls. And then after our first matter ball, which I'm going to help out a little bit, okay? After our first matter ball, we can get it storing. If it turns out we're not producing this fast enough, there are ways we can speed this up, obviously. I'm just going to let this sit while I work on the oil piece and the lava cake thing before we do much else, okay? So now you're not going to extract because the drawer is locked, but there we go. Task complete, matter ball, boom. Now going forward, matter balls should have no problem. And also I can just shift-click these in here to make that even faster. Cool. And now our next matter ball, boom, goes into here. We have 2 matter balls, and we also have access to them through here as needed, which might be important because we will probably wind up export busing them into the crafter with the whole, you know, next bit of this. Cool? So that works for me. So I'm going to check that off as being automated. Sweet. Now for the blaze cake. Or we can spend 16 silver coins to get one, but that seems like a lot, doesn't it? Doesn't that seem like a lot? It feels like a lot to me. Yeah, the only annoyance here is the egg bit. The egg is the annoying thing. Like, yes, I could go find chickens and put them over a hopper and yada, yada, yada. And that's probably what I'll have to wind up doing. Just annoying. Just annoying. So what I'm thinking I'll do... Oh, I already got one. Wow, okay. I picked up a couple pelicans, because they were kind of the nearest creatures nearby. Do you think I can breed them? With seeds, maybe? Pelicans, do you like seeds? I guess not. Do you like fish? Pelican? He seems to have liked that. Avert your eyes. Looks like he did like that. Okay, cool. So I could have the vacuumulator collect eggs. Does that sound fair? And I could look around to see if there's any more. Either pelicans or, you know, whatever. Chickens or something. Are these pelicans? I'll take it. These might be flamingos. Pelican egg, flamingo egg. Yeah, I think these are flamingos. I'd like to stick to the same kind of bird if I can. So if I'm going to do pelicans, then we'll do pelicans. Is that fair? Because then I don't have to be like, you know, insert regular egg or pelican egg or flamingo egg or etc. So by doing this approach, I think we'd be good. Now, I'm pretty sure these birds also drop fish. There you are. Cool. I like that I can fly over here. That's kind of nice. So I can, like, underground pipe, etc. to a chest or something like that, and get that into the refined storage system. I don't know the frequency with which you guys will decide to there you go. Nice. Drop those eggs. So look, he already dropped a tropical fish, for example. And the vacuumulator picked it up. So pelicans passively drop fish and eggs, which is kind of neat. So, I mean, there you go. A little bit of fish action going on, getting some stuffs. What I'll do is look for a couple more pelicans. Looks like there's some kind of birds or something over here. Boy, do I wish I just had creative flight all the time at this point. It's a bummer. They look like flamingos to me. Maybe something else. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna let those eggs accumulate. That'll be nice. What kind of birds are you guys? I don't think they're flamingo. I don't think they're pelicans. They might be cranes, or are they pelicans? They might be. Yeah, cranes. Hey, wow, what a good guess that was, huh? Come on, give Dyer some props there. That was a good guess at crane. Come on. Proud of that one. All right, so eggs, maybe. We'll see if that's enough. Now, the hope is that we don't need too many of those things, but I guess we'll find out. So we've got tons of netherrack, right? We can easily make the cinder flower that we're going to need. If we need to automate this, we will, but I don't know that we're going to. My gut tells me we're going to just need a handful of these matter plastic dudes. Because, I mean, they can be used to make some of the rocket components, but it doesn't seem like we need a ton. And it's not one-to-one crafting on the whole, you know, blaze cake. This is like fuel, right? So you feed the blaze cake to the smelts 32 items as fuel, right? It's like fuel, and it can also be used for a while inside this guy. So I don't think we need to like super automate this. I think what we do is we make a production line that'll make it for us, and then kind of accumulate some blaze cakes, and that'll be good. I like that plan. How are we for stuff over here? Do I have any kind of stressometer over here on you? Stressometer. Ah, you're fine. You got plenty of stuff. So since this is kind of my manual-ish crafting area, how about we set up a nice little production line over here that'll handle this for us? I like that plan. Sounds like a good one to me. All right, so you're gonna go away for a sec just so that I can then pull you out over here. We're also gonna need some belts and other things. So long story short, in order to make blaze cakes, let's make an entire production line. We're gonna need a spout, and then we're going to need a compactor. And that's about it. I do believe that to be true. I think that's literally it. So let me go get that stuff and we'll be right back. All right, let's see what we got over here. I think I've got most of what I'm going to need. So let's, you think I can, yeah, you are, nice. All right, so let's pop you like right here-ish. We'll be ready for you. So you're going to... How do we want to handle this? So basically, I would like to feed into the basin. So I think you should chill here, Mr. Basin. And then what we should have... Maybe I don't want to feed into the basin directly. Maybe the basin should run and then feed onto the belt. I like that plan. Okay. Yeah. And we should probably use a brass filter then to export. I don't know if we have any more of those. Yeah, we don't. And I might actually be out of brass machines. So how about I get another stackish of you guys. And by the way, in a moment, this guy's going to use up enough fluid now that the next sequence line will run. And then this will clear itself out and be ready to start filling. So I don't super have to do that thing anymore that I used to do. Though it probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. Give me 4 of these to make more brass machines with. So that I can get the andesite... No, not the andesite. The brass version of the extractor dude. So you need to make these. And you guys. Beautiful. And then one of you can be sawed into the brass funnel. And the other 7 go away for later's use. Cool. So the brass funnel, we're going to want to specify what's allowed to come out of here and go onto the belt. But basically, we then want the belt to go about here-ish. Does that sound cool? And then we'll have a drawer with a regular old funnel ready to go like that. And then we just need to belt it. Oops, wrong thing. Like so, and then one above this will be our spout with our ender tank sitting on top, ready to be lava. Does that sound cool? Sounds good to me. So you should be one item at a time. One block above you will be the press, facing that direction. Seems like a good time. Cool. So then you, are you going the right direction? You super are. Awesome. Good job, you. All right, nice. And then how about... Here we'll have a chest sitting on top of you. We're going to want to have you not connected to that guy because you are an inventory, believe it or not. And then you can retriever node the stuff that we want. We can specify that. And we should probably limit it. So let's be ready to have the stack. We don't have any more of those. All right, how about utility? We do have some of these. Let's get a stack guy. I'm just going to get 2 of them, because why not? I would like, let's say, 1 of each item that I specify in the retriever module. And again, that's going to be an egg, sugar, and cinder flour, right? So egg-wise, we should probably just take the pelican eggs that we have. And then we also want some sugar. And again, I'm just going to make this by hand. And then some cinder flour, which we should have plenty of over here. Cool. So you're going to request those. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. It should take 1 of each. Should take 1 of each. Yes? What are you doing? Oh, yeah, no, you set to that. Okay, right. I should not have you on here yet until we can filter your output. Oh, yeah, now look, you want to be super special about it, don't you? Yeah, so let's do this. Let's stop you for a sec from running. So that I can put you guys back in here. Pelican egg, cinder flour, sugar. Perfect. Then let's get you cooking. So you're going to want... I want to try not to reverse you guys by using gearboxes, because that would be a nuisance. Let me see. How do I want to connect you up? So you could be like... with the belts, you could be like boom, 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 boom. That's cool. And then I can take you out of there. Hey, no. Hey, double no. There you are, blaze cake. Okay, it did do the thing. Perfect. You're going to go on there, but only 1 at a time, please. So I'm going to put you back in there. Oh, and maybe I could filter you for the craft as well, so that you know you're always making blaze cake. That seems cool. Cool. And then, realistically, we could do a tag. You know what? Couldn't we do a tag filter modifier? And then it would, in theory, work. So if we got a utility pipe guy, and we said give me a tag filter modifier, causes any filter slots to filter by tags. Tag can be chosen from filter slot items. So because we're doing it in a semi-manual way, we could set you to retrieve anything that's tagged egg. And then in theory, any egg we put in here should work. Right? In theory. Oh, forge eggs. Now, are you only going to pull eggs now? Yeah, you are. Wow, you're not helping at all. So never mind about the tag filter. I thought that would be cool, but no. We should just go with our pelican eggs. How are we doing for pelican eggs, by the way? Not bad. Already got 9 of them. And I think that's going to be pretty close to how many we're going to need. Sweet. And then sugar. And like I said, we will automate this as needed. Cool. So now you're making blaze cakes. Boom. And then all we got to do is connect this guy up. Boom. And he's ready to go once we give you our 3 red dyes. 1, 2, 3. And by the way, give me that pelican egg back. Go. Ta-da! Blaze cakes. How great is that? Okay, and we can lock the drawer, and everybody's a winner. I like that plan. Right? And maybe I'll put a drawer downgrade on you. Just because I don't think you ever need to have more than a stack of these available at any time. Yes, I'm kind of manually crafting them. At some point, I might do like an export bus kind of deal, or a keep in stock kind of deal. We'll see if that winds up being something we need to do. But my suspicion is that we're going to be fine, because my suspicion is we're not going to need that many of these matter plastic dudes, right? I think we're just going to need a handful of them. We might need more. I don't know. We'll find out. Speaking of things we need a lot of, how's this coming along? We've already got our first computational matrix. Woohoo! 1 down, 7 to go. How are all my numbers doing? Look, everything's staying right around 32. We are producing numbers fast enough for this machine to run consistently. And that is awesome. It is running perfectly. I love it when... because contraptions can as complex as these are, can so easily fail. So I really like it when I manage to pull it off and make it go like, yeah, it's running perfectly. So, I mean, again, could it be improved? Sure. Is it pretty cool? My opinion, yes. Alright, let's put this stuff away. Let me get you back, and that works for me for now. So put you away. Oh, I should have you guys just chill in here, Mr. Blaze Cake Base. There you go. No reason to carry them around, right? And then my tag filter and stack limiter can chill. All right, cool. So now we've got blaze cakes, which is cool. And then our main limiter here is going to be the eggs. But that shouldn't be too big of a problem. What I'll probably wind up doing in a minute here, aside from that, obviously, is I'm going to put away my sugarcane. I'm going to snag a quick nap. And then I'm going to take the fish that the pelicans are dropping and feed it to the pelicans that are in there to make more pelicans to make eggs drop faster, and then we'll be fine. I really don't think we're going to need a lot. I might be wrong. I might 100% be wrong. But I really feel like we're not going to need a lot of these. So I'm not going to go crazy with the eggs and all that. Where's my 4th? Shouldn't I have 4, you guys? Should be 4. There you go. Nice. Alright, cool. And then at some point I could pipe the items out of here to get the eggs and store them in a drawer or something if I need to. Alright, let's come back in a few minutes here once that looks good. Actually, that's wrapping up point for the episode. So how about we wrap up here, we'll come back next time and we'll look for oil. Alright, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We are at 20 matter pellets, which is enough for 2 of these. So we'll see if we have to speed that up. But for now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.